Welcome to the afternoon edition here on ASO Television. My name is Joy Radibide Asayen. Today we'll be discussing so much as a lot has happened, especially over the weekend. Well, Queen Elizabeth II has been laid to rest, and a lot of reactions have followed the treatment of African leaders during that event, as a lot of them visited to pay their last respect. We'll be discussing that and also checking divisive comments from candidates as elections campaign are officially beginning just in a couple of days. That's on the 28th of September. How do we check those utterances and ensure that the electorate can look beyond that into issue-based politics? We'll also discuss the Tinubu's chances as groups still continue to kick against the same fate ticket within the APC. We'll be discussing all of this with my guest, Comrade Adeboye Adebayo. He's a regular on this platform. He is the National Director of Media and Publicity at Asiwaju Project Beyond 2023. He's also the member APC Professional Forum. Thank you so much for joining us.
Joy, I'm happy to be here. Thank you.
It's always a pleasure. I see the passion in which you speak about Asiwaju Project.
Thank you.
Well, we'll go for a short break right now. When we come back, we'll delve into the issues at hand. Stay with us.
Sir, can you please give us the permission to search you? You can go.
Is this a movie? If it happened.
Officer, I beg carry and go station. When our Oga come, you come meet am for there.
Hey, Mr. Man, I cannot do that.
Tell your Oga to come to our station when he returns.
Am I in a movie? If it happen,
Mama, please.
Mama, please.
Thank God you're here. Do the needful.
Mama, please, just 3 weeks
Madam,
now.
why did you invite us to come help chase your tenants now?
This is a civil matter now.
Is this a movie? If it happen,
If we follow
The new police law.
Welcome back from that short break. We'll start our conversation by talking about the mixed reactions that continue to follow the African leaders' treatment. A lot have said that Africans should in fact not have even bothered to attend the funeral at all, because it was surprising to see a lot of them clamped up in a bus. That seems surprising because here in Africa we seem to have some level of reverence for our leaders, and when they move in their convoys and cavalcades. So it seems a little surprising, and a lot of Nigerians and Africans across board believe that better treatment should have been given to their leaders. So what's your take on that? Do you think it was demeaning to see them in a bus, all in a bus?
Thank you, Joy. Such a event that happened to our leaders shows that the issue of colonialism, is still there now in a modern way. You'll have seen that a lot of Africans, when the Queen died, there are so many misreactions that trailed her death. Some were eulogizing her, and other people were castigating her. That
Remembering the slave trade era.
exactly, the imperialism.
Exactly.
We are still battling with that. And then a lot of people said she could have, used her position in this modern day, to correct those anomalies, to apologize to Africans, and also to pay reparation, to leave us alone so that we can develop. But unfortunately, until her death, a lot of people condemn her for that. And they don't see any reason to mourn her or to pay any tribute to her. Now, but coming down to the way a president of U.S., was treated, in his own beast,
Exactly.
You know, and our own leaders, a number of them jam-packed in a bus. That shows the colonialism thing is still there, you know, within the mind. And that is the reason why we need a giant leader, you know, in Africa. You know, we need somebody, you know, that can coordinate Africa so that we can put a stop to all of these neo-colonization.
What of those people who insist that if Africa wants freedom from those clams, it's in our hands?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
We no longer have to be treated like this. If we had shown, for instance, if African leaders had shown the funeral in the first place, would it have made a statement that, well, we are not happy about the role the Queen played during her lifetime, and we are not happy about how we are still being treated? Do you think it would have sent a message at all?
That could have, you know, sent some message.
Would we even have been missed?
But the point is, even beyond that, beyond shunning these funeral services, all we need to do is to galvanize our resources. You know, create wealth in Africa. We have a lot of wealth in Africa. These Western world leaders, they are trampling on us. They are taking our resources. They are the one controlling our political scene, our economic scene. So all we need to do is to sit back, think among ourselves, coordinate this thing, and use it for our own benefit, so that we don't run to them for this loan or this aid and all of that. Because they are giving us aid, we go beg them for this and that. That is why they have the chances, you know, to be doing all of these things to us. We have enough on our ground. We have enough
we
air.
Appreciate it. Has corruption allowed those resources to be utilized?
We will continue to, you know, talk about it. We continue to discuss it until we get it right. That is why Nigeria has a role to play in all of this. If Nigeria gets it right in this 2023, Africa will get it right.
What has stopped Nigeria, for instance, for over the years? What has made us not get it right?
Military rule.
Military rule.
Military incursion. You know, military rule has bastardized our ideas and ideals of governance.
Nigeria has been celebrating democracy since 1999. Are we still blaming the military rule?
23 years we have achieved a lot. That we have been able to keep those guys at the level they are supposed to be, you know, protecting our territorial integrity. We have done well. That we, you know, all of those things are gradual processes. Yes, we're supposed to have been, you know, beyond this time, but thank God we are doing something. Infrastructural wise, we are doing well.
Right.
Earth wise, we are doing well. You know, in so many areas, we are doing a lot. That military incursion is still happening in so many African countries, and it's not happening here. It's a plus for our democracy. So it's a gradual process. We continue to discuss
Comrade
it.
Adeboye, I couldn't help but hear you say that if we get it come 2023, Nigeria is going to be positioned, or Africa is going to be positioned in such a place that we would now be able to be the giants that we truly are.
Exactly.
The Africa of our dream, or the Nigeria of our dream would come to pass. Now I'm taking you through all of this because you are the member of the APC political party.
Yes.
And at the moment, we are in the APC administration. What has this administration not done that the next one, should your party still win the 2023 elections? What are you expecting that your party is now all of a sudden going to understand to make us get to the promised land?
Like I told you, it's a process. When President Muhammadu Buhari came on board in 2015, you will agree with me that we are, as a country, we are immersed in so many mess.
Worse than it is now?
Worse than it is now.
In
Yes.
what way? I mean, in what sector?
I will tell
there.
you. No, number one, power, electricity, you know, is one of the major tools for development anywhere in the world. The point that we have epileptic power supply in the country has contributed so much negatively to our economy. But today, yes, the PDP government initiated the privatization of the power sector. But when we came on board as a government, we discovered that there were so many errors, and we took the bold step, you know, to change the tide. And as we speak now, you are aware that We have contracted Siemens, and the process, of re-engineering the power sector is ongoing. That will give us a high number of megawatts that we need. That is a plus that this administration has achieved. The second Niger bridge is there. It is built for opening by this October. Do you know the economic benefit of that? It will go a long way in bridging the gap between the east and the rest of the country. The economic benefit of that bridge alone will be enormous. The train facility is also there across board. So all of those infrastructure, are the things that were not there before, but they are there now, and it's a continuous thing. We'll continue to improve on all of those things till we get there. So if Buhari leaves the scene now, and another APC government coming, you can be rest assured that all of these things will continue. I will improve on all of those things.
Now, Nigerians listening to you are probably wondering, in all of this you have mentioned, the train and some of the infrastructures you have mentioned, and yet human development is lacking. We're talking
strike.
No, even before we get into ASU strike, we're talking inflation rate at the moment, at 20.5. I'm not going to compare Nigeria with other nations, and I know that it's a global crisis. But my question now is, what is Nigeria doing so that the average Nigeria can have purchasing power when they go to the market? And you would not argue that Nigerians are biting it really hard at the moment. Food prices, the cost of living right now. Well, you are a Nigerian, you live in this country, you also can say. So with all of this, why are we not seeing a reverberation, a reflect in our day-to-day living, some sort of relief that will make Nigerians know that infrastructures are down? And you mentioned power. And I would also, while you respond, I would like you to also mention a little bit about the power, the improvement you're talking about. Nigerians aren't seeing it. I for one, know a lot of communities that haven't seen electricity, and they've not seen the change in the administration, so to speak, from the PDP or the Goodluck administration to this APC or the Buhari administration. So what would you say to this fact?
In 2019, this government came up with a document called Economic Recovery Plan.
Yes.
Now, in the plan, it was proposed that so many communities in the country, that are not on national grid, will be powered by solar, will be powered by wind. A lot of work is going on in that regard, unless you don't want to see it. That is a fact. Now, what are we producing as a country? We need electricity as a basic tool of production.
Of course.
We need good roads. We need to transport goods from Lagos to Abuja. It's not ideal to use road. The most appropriate way of transportation through that it should be train. True. And this government is putting that in place. They were not there before. So, and what are we harming as a country? If we don't put all of those things in place, there's no way we can improve on our production. And if we don't improve on our production, there is no way we can harm foreign exchange. And all of those things are, are all of those indices are the one, giving us all these things, all this inflation, lack of this thing, lack of that you're talking about. So the basic things that we need to be put in place are the ones being put in place now by this present administration. And they are doing a lot. The government is doing a lot in terms of road infrastructure, in terms of rail infrastructure, in terms of in the power sector. I just told you now, Siemens, that we contracted,
Exactly.
Siemens is now, they are now bringing in their product to Nigeria, transformers to generate, to distribute, and to transmit. So in a couple of years, you will see those improvements. So all of those things are very important, and they must be put in place, basically for us to get improved on our economy.
Okay.
That's the fact.
Well, let's move a little away from that and talk about the expectations come 28th of September, when officially campaigns will begin. Now, we are seeing in the media a lot of movements. Is it something we should see, movement from one political party? You watch and read about the thousands of people leaving the APC for the PDP, leaving the PDP for Labour, and vice versa. Is that in your opinion what to expect in this period?
The law of the land, guarantees freedom of association. And politics is about interest. If your interest is not being protected in one party, you move to the other party where where you think your interest will be protected. Those are the factors that we're talking about. Those doing that, they lack ideology. Because if you say you belong to a political, like me now, I'm an APC member, body, mind, and soul, because I believe so much in the ideology of the party.
And what is the ideology of the party that differs,
progressivism?
That differs from other political parties?
The ideology of APC is progressive politics, where good governance will be exhibited, rule of law will be respected, and equality before the law, will be exhibited. Those are part of the ideology of the APC.
Right.
And that is so people jumping ship from one place to the other, they lack ideology, and they don't really know what they want. They don't really know what they believe in. All they want to get is their interest protected. And let me tell you, Joy, you cannot get everything you want every time. At times you have to sacrifice your own interest for the betterment of the country and probably for the larger interests of other people.
Now, what are we going to see that's different? I mean, at the moment, the campaigns have not officially begun, but we have also seen consultations in the media. We've seen endorsements of candidates. We've seen a lot of people come out to talk about their manifestos. And I'm wondering what's going to be different when campaigns begin. We're seeing billboards at the moment. So I don't see what's so different.
What will be different during the campaign is that, coming from the APC, which is my party, we are going to tell Nigerians factually how we are going to improve on Buhari's administration's achievements. Then we are going to tell the world how we intend to take Nigeria to the next level, economically, socially, and culturally. For us in the APC, what we believe in, and I want to implore other parties too, enough of this incitation, enough of these vices of hate speech, enough of this ethnic card being played all over the country. Nigeria is one. What we need to do, if you have solution to Nigeria's problem, state it. Then the onus is on the electorate now to peruse your credentials, look at it, what you have done before. Thank God everybody coming out now to contest for one thing or the other, they must have done one or two things before. So we examine the antecedent, we question what they have done before, then we bring it to bear what they will be able to do vis-a-vis what they have told us they will do. So because antecedent and experience will play a lot of role in this campaign. So for us, we are coming out strongly from 28th of this month, to tell Nigerians, to tell the world how we intend, factually, practically, how we intend, to move the country forward.
But we've also been hearing excerpts of how you hope to move the country from the spokespersons, from your leader, the presidential candidate, Asiwaju Bola Tinubu. We've heard excerpts here and there, and it surprises me.
What have you heard from him?
Well, we've heard about his plans for the Nigerian youth. We've heard about even your spokesperson have to come out to talk about his plans, economic plans, and all of that. So I'm just wondering.
Those are synopses. Okay. You will see the real game.
Right.
We have our manifesto being prepared. We've collected our. We don't do things on air. We do things with facts. We are collecting our data. We are collecting our facts. we are analyzing them, and we are providing solutions to all of those things. By that time, you will see our manifesto, a robust manifesto that will provide solutions to all the problems Nigeria has.
Okay, now
Trust me on that.
Let's move ahead to checking divisive comments from other candidates and spokespersons and passionate loyalists to this candidate. I'm now not talking about the APC where you belong. At this point, I would like you to be an objective analyst.
Yes.
Now, we are seeing elections are coming really closely, and Nigerians are very passionate about who leads them. And in that passion, we have also seen some very highly placed Nigerians who should, in my own thinking, bring the country together and not divide us with the utterances that they make. We've seen that go out there. And my question is, how can we ensure that our electorates look beyond this and not cause chaos because of what their leaders that they hold so highly against? How can they look above it and look at the issues? You, for one, are going to release your robust manifesto. How can you get the electorate to look past all the other utterances that might be made and really interrogate some of these manifestos that will be out there?
You see, we can only call on the electoral body, to issue a stand warning, to some of these leaders. Because what drives a lot of people is selfish interest. Because to run a country, like Soludo used to say, he applied for the job to become the governor, and people granted that application. Bola Tinubu is also applying to become Nigerian president. Peter Obi is applying to become Nigerian president. Kwankwaso is applying to become Nigerian president. Atiku is applying to become Nigerian president. It is we Nigerians, after interrogating what they have for us, that will decide who among them is the best for us. So what I'm saying in essence is that our leaders and their followers, and the onus is on leaders, to talk to their followers, to educate them. They need to be educated that Nigeria is our country. If there is no Nigeria, there is no contest. Because we have Nigeria as one, we have peace in Nigeria. That is why we are talking about election this time. So we should all shun any utterances that will divide us more. Ethnic card should not be played. All of those things, the leaders must educate their followers. The party must educate their followers. And INEC must be ready to sanction anybody, because there are punishments for all of those things.
I wanted to ask if more punitive measures should be put in
place. Exactly. Those that don't have issues to discuss, they should keep them out short. There should be regulation, there should be punishment for anybody, that does anything that will affect the unity, peace, and progress of the country. We can't put the country on fire because we want to go for election. No. And you will know that all of these things, we know the circle where it is coming from. But from us, we don't have any issue with anybody. Rather, what we tend to achieve, we put it on the table for Nigerians to peruse, for Nigerians to interrogate. So what I'm saying now is that the leaders, be it APC, PDP, ABGA, Labour, anywhere, talk to their leaders, talk to their members, so that at least they will be educated enough to bring issues to the table. The social media has given us a wide, medium, to interact. And we should not turn it into an abusive platform. No. We should be educated enough, we should be exposed enough to put issue out there and discuss it. So that is my take on that. And I urge INEC, also to watch out for those people and probably sanction them. So if there's deterrent, people will shape up. I believe that.
Now, speaking about the social media platforms, that's another platform where we also see these comments. Do you think more can be done, especially that regulatory policy we were trying to implement at the time? Should it be taken more seriously now?
No. You see, any regulation at this point, we should, press freedom of speech. We should respect that. But all I'm saying is that the concerned bodies that are in charge of all of these things, should put more stringent policies in place to checkmate some of these guys.
Even on this social media, because
we can't allow a free social media, to put our country on fire. No, we can't allow that. All we need to do is to put some regulations to it and also educate, because some of this, the major problem on social media is coming from the political sector, the leaders of the political parties.
Exactly.
They have meetings now. They meet with their followers. They talk to them. We meet our principal. We meet with our leaders. And we know what they tell us. They told us Bola Tinubu told us that this campaign is issue based, that we should expect much banter from the other side on him, but we should ignore all of those ones. That we should continue to market, because we have a good market to sell. So we should continue to market our product factually, practically, so that people will understand. A lot of people ask a lot of questions. We do answer them. We do educate them. We don't fight them on social media. No. We train our people. We don't fight them. All we do is to engage them. We let them see what they don't know. We let them know what they don't see. So what we are trying to do is that we educate them. They are our brothers.
Right.
When Bola Tinubu wins tomorrow, all of us will still come together and be under his
So what happens if after all this nudging from your leader and you see within your people, because tensions are high, there's the tendency that when reactions come, you would see counter reactions and all of that. What happens if someone within your circle that's supposed to be fighting and propagating the Bola Tinubu mandate now falls aside and it becomes maybe outrightly abusive or offensive? What happens?
No. I don't think that. APC is a disciplined party.
And you can vouch for all members of
I
the
can vouch
APC.
because we here and there, you can see some minute.
Right.
But majorly, our party is a disciplined party. We are in government. We have a lot in our hands. Rather than going to social media and be abusing people, no. Everything coming up from our camp is being regulated. We look into it. Will it unite the country? Will it set the country on fire? We regulate all of those things. I can assure you, Joy, our party is a disciplined party. Such abusive thing cannot come out from our party. That I can assure you.
Okay, I think it's a fine time to call for a break. We'll be back shortly to discuss more. Remember, we are still going to talk about the Tinubu Chances as groups continue to kick against the same faith ticket. And of course, who can we discuss this with other than Comrade Adeboye Adebayo? We'll be right back. Stay with us.
The welfare of millions of people for generations to come may be affected by the wisdom which we here display. If Nigerian leaders and our British partners are to prove themselves worthy of their trust, now is the time for us solemnly and truly to dedicate ourselves to seeking the greatest good of the greatest number of our people in Nigeria. Independence for Nigeria in 1960 is imperative. But independence for Nigeria as a corporate entity is not enough. The peoples of Nigeria must at the same time be guaranteed their freedom. We must ensure that in an independent Nigeria, individual citizens throughout the land enjoy liberty, human dignity, and equality under the law. There must be one Nigeria with one constitution and one law for all. Let us therefore, Mr. Chairman, sir, close our ears to the counsel of despair, which says that we cannot here at this conference agree on a constitution. If there's any doubt among us as to what should be written into the Constitution, let us, as Democrats that we profess ourselves to be, refer such problems, as the goal has done recently, to the people whom we profess to represent, either just before or at the federal elections late in 1959.
Welcome back from that short break. Now, despite the effort from the All Progressive Congress, coming from efforts on consultations and engagement, we have still seen lots of groups within the party still kicking against the same faith ticket. That is the Asiwaju Shetima ticket. Well, now I'd like to ask Comrade Adeboye in the studio now, what else do you think can be done, and would this affect the chances of Asiwaju emerging president if it is not properly tackled? People are still suffering, rather complaining. What's your take on that?
First of all, Joy, when Nigeria was amalgamated, it was Northern Protectorate, Southern Protectorate.
Right.
It was not Christian Protectorate, Muslim Protectorate. So why don't you, Joy, see this ticket as a North and South ticket, or as a South and North ticket? Why do we lay? You see, a religious card will not do us any good in this country. We need to leave it to the background.
However, we are still seeing the calls for religious equity.
We need to continue to educate our people. Our people don't know. And you can't be older than what you don't know.
Okay, if we should set aside the religious, why then did you respect the ethnic?
See, when Nigeria was established, North and South, that is the foundation. And for equity and justice, regions, ethnic, must be respected. Religion is something that is personal to each of us.
Exactly.
I am a Christian. I have Muslim in my family. Bola Tinubu is a Muslim. He has a pastor as a wife. They've been living together in the last so many years. The wife did not turn to a Muslim. The man did not turn to Christian. They've been living in harmony. They have their Bible and their Quran side by side on their bed. So what are we talking about? Those people that are talking about religion, they don't have issues to discuss.
However, you have lost members.
Let me tell you. We will continue to educate them. Where are they going?
Is it not a dangerous time?
It's not. We will continue to encourage educate. It's about education. People don't know. President Muhammadu Buhari is a Muslim. Vice President Yemi Osinbajo is a Christian. So under this administration, the unemployment rate with religion has affected more.
Well, I don't know the statistics.
No, that means the problem we are having as a country does not have religious coloration. And we should not use religion to settle it, to correct it. Religion should be relegated to the background. It's my belief, it's a belief between me and God. So what I want to tell you, Bola Ahmed Tinubu's ticket, Bola Tinubu Shetima ticket, is not a Muslim ticket. It's a South and North ticket. Simple as that.
And for those who are aggrieved, who are leaving the party,
we'll continue to educate them. We're going to talk to them.
But what I just want you to respond to is, what would you do at this point? Because it's obvious you're not going back on the decision that the party has made.
Yes.
What would you do to galvanize and bring back those who are aggrieved, who have gone?
We are talking to them. And a lot of people are listening to us. You can see that the tempo, has gone down in the circle of the Christians, the practical Christians. Those people that are still talking about it are the politicians. Some politicians, when they don't get what they want, at one point, they forget that they can get it at another point. They forget that they've gotten it before. But now that they don't get it, instead of them to sacrifice that thing for the larger interest of the country, they will look for something to divide us. they will look for a tool in their hand to negotiate. You know, the Christian body can, which I'm a member, a bona fide member, a contributory member, a participatory member, the tension has gone down in the can. Among Nigerians, the real electorate, they are not talking about religion. It is only the politicians that are talking about it. And we'll continue to talk to them. We'll continue to, let them see reason why we should relegate religion in this political game of our country. Because it will not do us any good.
Okay. For those who have said that that choice was made just to win elections and pacify those in the north because the north has the bulk of the voter strength, what would be your comforting words to them? Because they feel like, oh, if you're just out to win an election, it means the proper sieving. You didn't do much in sieving your running mate, and you just picked the one person who could be popular, not necessarily the quality. For those who think like that.
Kasim Shettima has one of the best styling qualities in this country, politically and economically. Go and read his profile. You have to see his profile if you have not seen it.
Well, I have. But there are a lot of people who would look at it and say the APC is all bent on winning. And so
election is a political party.
It was more about getting a northerner who would just
the very first aim of any political party is to win election. So if you are strategic enough, okay, Bola Tinubu, a wonderful leader from the south, then the north, they don't say they want a Muslim, they don't say they want a Christian. All they want is somebody that can, they can relate dearly with, that is popular among them, that they believe so much in. So, and we have a lot of them in our party. But somebody must emerge. So we went for the best among the equal. Who is Kashim Shettima, Senator Kashim Shettima. His pedigree, fantastic. His achievement when he was Borno State governor. In fact, do you know he brought Zulum? You are aware?
Yes.
One of the best traits of a good leader is the capacity
of his successor
to identify. To identify.
I have a problem with that because when you talk about succession, it doesn't necessarily reflect the character of the predecessor. But let's go to...
No.
It doesn't.
It does. It does. A leader that has done well, that knew he will be leaving office, he has legacies. And he wants this legacy to continue. He wants this to be improved upon. For him to have chosen the best among a lot of people that were contesting, we should give it to him.
Well,
yes, it is a test of the character.
There's also the personal. There's a lot that comes into play when you have to pick a successor, especially in Nigeria. But I want to talk about.
Okay, are you aware that there are so many people in this? There are so many states in this country that their successor, they and their successor, they are now opposing camp to themselves.
Exactly.
There are so many of them.
Right.
But we should give it to Shettima. He has been. Do you know? He usually call Zulum my leader. That is the humility of a leader. He has no issue with him. They have been going on very well. They've been managing themselves, and things have been. You cannot hear anything, anomaly between the two of them.
Well, my next
question. That shows the character of Shettima.
However,
and the quality of his person.
Nigerians want to know: are we setting aside the religious sentiments completely?
We should set this aside. Yes. It should be in the background.
Exactly.
It should be in the background.
Now, does that mean that the cabinet would also not have that coloration? That should the APC emerge in 2023?
By God's grace.
Yes. Now, would you also set those sentiments aside?
See.
Are we seeing a kind of cabinet that would not have that coloration that Nigerians still hold tightly to, unfortunately?
Number one, the best thing a president can do in the south, in the south, Ekiti State, Osun State, Ondo State, there are many times that Christians will be the governor, Christian will be the deputy. There will be many Christians within the cabinet, and nobody talks about it. In the north, there are times that you will have Muslim across board. Nobody talks about it because they are getting results. What I'm saying is this: the ability, the best thing the leader can do is to assemble a good team, a talented team, be it Muslim, be it Christian, be it traditional worshiper, be it pagan. All we need is a team of a federal executive council that will take Nigeria forward.
A federal executive council. If Nigerians are listening to you right now, especially those who are already aggrieved, do you think?
Forget grievances. Nigerians want the best. No, Nigerians want good governance. Nigerians want justice. Nigerians want equity. They want to see electricity to operate with. They want to travel on a good road. They want their life to be secured. Not a Muslim or Christian thing. No.
Well, before I let you go, Adeboye, let's talk about the health of your presidential candidate.
Again?
It's been in the media. Unfortunately, it's been in the media, social media especially, that your presidential candidate is frail and might not be brisk enough to handle Nigeria and Nigeria's many complex problems. Before you go, please do us the favor of debunking it or accepting it if possible.
Bola Tinubu is healthy, very strong, and mentally alert. What you need as a president is somebody that is mentally sound.
Right.
That has the experience, that can think. For God's sake, this is a man that is itinerary over the years, does not change it today. He wakes up 4 a.m. in the morning. I mean, he sleeps 4 a.m. in the morning. He wakes up 11 a.m. in the morning.
But you saw the viral video of him sleeping during a consultative meeting.
Who cannot sleep?
Right.
Who cannot sleep?
Okay.
It is our body. It cannot be cheated. This body cannot be cheated. At times, you know, I have seen pictures of Atiku sleeping.
I saw your presidential spokesperson released that.
No, yes. I have seen picture of Obi sleeping. I have seen picture of a lot of people sleeping is something that you cannot cheat. At times it comes. I can sleep in this studio now.
No, I won't let you do that. Comrade Adeboye Adebayo, thank you so much for coming. It's always a pleasure to have you.
Thank you so much.
The passion you speak about Asiwaju is always electrifying.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
My name is Joy Radimini Asaye. Until tomorrow when we come back to you with the afternoon edition, do have a wonderful day.